Imagine waking up 1 year from today, only to realize you're still chasing the exact same goal, not because you weren't capable, not because you didn't want it badly enough, but because somewhere along the way, you quietly gave up again. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't fail because their goals are too big. They fail because they mistake the excitement of starting for the commitment of continuing. And your brain has been encouraging that mistake all along. Think about how many times you've said, this time will be different. You bought the notebook, downloaded the productivity app, started waking up early, went to the gym, studied harder. For a week, maybe two, you felt unstoppable. Then life happened. You missed one day, then another. Soon the excitement disappeared, and so did the goal. The worst part? You started believing you were the problem. Maybe I'm just not disciplined. Maybe I never finish anything. If you've ever thought that, you're not alone, and you're probably blaming the wrong thing. Here's what most people never realize. Your brain loves beginnings. A new goal feels exciting because it's full of possibility. Psychologists call this the novelty effect. New experiences naturally grab your attention and make you feel energized, but novelty doesn't last. Eventually, every exciting goal becomes ordinary. That's when your brain starts looking for something new, a different workout plan, a new business idea, another productivity system. Not because the old one stopped working, but because it stopped feeling exciting. And that's where most dreams quietly die. Imagine climbing a mountain. The view at the bottom is exciting because everything is new. The view at the top is incredible because you've reached it. But the middle is repetitive, steep, quiet, sometimes painfully boring. That's where most people turn around. Not because they can't reach the top, but because progress no longer feels exciting. Here's the twist. The people you admire aren't better at starting. They're better at surviving the middle. They understand that motivation is temporary. Consistency is what carries you the rest of the way. Think about learning to play an instrument. The first few days are exciting. Every improvement feels huge. Months later, progress becomes slower. The excitement fades, but the people who keep practicing are the ones who eventually sound effortless. Not because they stayed motivated, because they stayed committed after motivation disappeared. So how do you stop quitting? First, stop chasing motivation. Expect it to fade. When it does, don't panic. Nothing has gone wrong. You're simply entering the phase where real progress begins. Second, make your goals smaller than your excuses. Instead of promising yourself you'll study for 3 hours, commit to 10 minutes. Instead of running 5 miles, put on your shoes and walk outside. Tiny actions keep momentum alive, and momentum is far more valuable than intensity. Third, stop measuring success by how you feel. Measure it by whether you showed up. Some days you'll feel unstoppable. Other days you'll do the bare minimum. Both days count, because every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your identity, and identity is far more powerful than motivation. Here's the perspective that changed everything for me. Your goals don't change your life. The person you become while pursuing them does. Even if you haven't reached the finish line yet, every day you choose consistency over comfort. You're becoming someone who finishes what they start, and that's a skill that carries into every part of your life. So the next time you feel like quitting, remember this. The urge to quit usually arrives right before the habit begins to take root. Don't confuse boredom with failure. Don't confuse slow progress with no progress. And don't let one difficult week erase a future you're still capable of creating. Because success doesn't belong to the people who start the strongest. It belongs to the people who simply refuse to stop showing up.